Hi guys, today I thought I'd start a Let's Play. Now, I've never done a Let's Play before, but I fancied it. I've not got that many hours in Dwarf Fortress, and this is probably going to fail miserably, and I'm going to get wiped out quite quickly. But we'll have a go. Now, I'm not sure where to start. Something like this looks interesting. Got a nice mixture of mountains. So, temperate, thick vegetation, surroundings mirthful. Nearest site 2 days away. So we've got iron, gold, silver, copper, nickel, zinc, platinum, and tin and lead. So that's plenty. So I like to go with a big sort of embark size. He says, can we make it smaller? But not too big, so otherwise it makes the PC lag out. We go something like 9 by 9, then I can compass this river, decent bit of the forest. Something maybe, I don't know. There. Okay, we've got a light aquifer. So we'll have to deal with that. As for the settings, I'll just keep the settings completely normal. I'm not going to pick my load out. We'll just go with what we get. Okay, so down here we've got a little stream, I think it's a brook. Yeah, brook. Okay, really there's not much. Trees must be over this end, yeah. Oh, we've got plenty of wood if we need it. Got iron on the surface, which is good. Over here. Alright, so let's have a look, see what we got. So we got Shem. Shem Indigo Bridge is a fisher dwarf. Disdains craft work, creative good memory. Proficient fisher dwarf. Got proficient miner, skilled appraiser. This is Sazir Tribute Wind. Yeah, we've got proficient planter, proficient record keeper. So this is going to be our bookkeeper. Proficient carpenter, competent woodcutter, novice bower, novice woodburner. There's another one down there. Where is he? Let's have a look. That's our adequate organizer. Okay, so that's going to be the manager. That's Toulon Sweltered Bodice. Not musical. Slow to anger. Weak. Developed empathy. Who else have we got? Proficient mason. Adequate stonecutter. Adequate stone carver. Novice engraver. Kivish trade lantern. Good spatial sense. Ungrateful. Good with language. Quarreler. He's going to be arguing with people. Problem. Got Shem Zealwit. He's going to be a proficient stonecrafter. Proficient metalcrafter. Right, okay. So let's have a look whereabouts we are, what sort of layer on. So above us we've got quite a lot of mountain we can work with. So where would be a good place to go in, I think? What's that? Roughly and bituminous coal. Some gems over here already, bloodstone cluster. So I think we'll go in straight in here. Now I'm going to set 2 miners. I always pick 2. I normally usually pick like one of the stone crafters to be the second miner. Don't show that again. We'll do the mason. Now we'll mine this out initially 3 wide. This could be like so for the entrance for any of the traders that come in later. Oh, platinum here on the wall. I was thinking this is going to be steel. I thought it was magnetite like this, but this is, oh no. I see platinum. The platinum's down here. They're very, very similar, so I couldn't tell the difference. Down a couple of levels. And we'll go across a bit. We'll go in. Now this is just going to be our entrance. Got an idea I want to I'm going to bring the water in and make a sort of little moat underneath here, and I can have a drawbridge just to block the entrance. Obviously, you can still swim across it. Enemies can swim across it. But it's just I want it as a feature more than anything. Probably have to pump water up using screws. That's what we've got in the walls here. We're on clay stone, so we've got some building materials if we need be. So, off of this, we will have the sort of a beginning entrance, and we're going to have some sort of meeting hall so we can get everyone in from outside. I'll set off here. I'll set an initial sort of large storage area. We'll do over here. We'll do here. Starts always slow and boring because you've got to do all the mining and wait for everything to happen. I'll speed this up a bit just to get through it. Platinum, white jade, hematite, magnetite, and limonite. I'm going to set these guys just to do mining for the moment. He is actually my woodcutter, which is... We'll go outside and we're going to select these guys and we'll get them to chop some wood just to get us started because we're going to need plenty of wood. Well, this I'm going to set as... which one is it? So this sensory something probably... Let's set this as entrance hall or something like that, and then that way we can just press F2 and just pop back to this point quickly. And I can go F1, F2, and I'm here. And I'll start to set this as my sort of storage zone, just so they start bringing stuff in. For the moment, we'll put it as all, but we don't want any corpses, and we don't want any rubbish. Other than that, they can just dump everything in there. Now, we haven't got the health and safety board in yet. That'll be set up later, but at the moment, you're just getting to eat off the floor, so any fish we catch has been dumped in the dirt. That'll be fine, we'll just wash them off. Got some bituminous cola in the wall as well, that's handy. Right, okay, so we've finally got this all dug out, so now this is basically a storage room. It's already full now, the problem is it's literally full of all the bits we got around here. All the magnetite ore and the bituminous coal and stuff. But we can get this sorted out later. But for now, I'll just expand on the expand on the zone. So this we're going to set as a meeting area. So this will stop the dwarves from just knocking around outside all the time. And we want to put some bedrooms in. So I'll put the bedrooms in on a lower level, I think. Now, at some point, I'll hit the aquifer. That's the other thing I should do really as well. I should get it set up for, let's do some workshops. I'll put these off here. I'll just do 2 up here for now. And then here, we're going to go down a level. And now we'll do some bedrooms off here. Now let me remember, see if I can remember how to do this. I do it like, yeah, like this, then like this. It's just a neat way of fitting in sort of a load of rooms in sort of a small footprint. The only downside is it does have a tendency to look like it could be beginnings of a swastika, but I'm not about white supremacy here, so just ignore that. Okay, we'll get these dug out. On the wall there, sardonyx cluster. Here, some blue jade. Bloodstone. I don't know why they put bloodstone and it's green. Tetrahedrite in the wall there. Okay, so they're dug out. So let's go back upstairs. What have we got going here? Okay. So we'll get our workshop placed down first of all. On a carpenter's shop. Should we make that out of? Make it out of microline. We've got microline. And we'll do a stoneworker shop, and we'll make that out of microline as well. Just got to like the colour. What I'm going to do off here, I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to store all my sort of finished products. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back here can be I will store the wood. Rough tiger eyes. The thing I love about Dwarf Fortress is the fact that they craft their own artifacts and you never know what you're going to get. But sometimes they craft absolute garbage. It's like, they'll make a ring out of moleskin or something. Not moleskin, like wooden moleskin or something stupid like that. But then other times they'll like craft a shield, a bone shield called whatever, and it's got gems, it's studded with gems and stuff like that. You never know what you're going to get. What's some of the weirdest things you've had them craft for you? Okay, now this is set up. We'll get this over here set up as, this is going to be for finished furniture. So where are we? Furniture, custom, but we only want of type, we don't want type metal, none, other materials, none, but we do want wood. And here we'll set another one. This is going to be just for wood. Accept wood. So we'll set this now. We'll remove those things from here. So we don't want wood in here. None. And custom. We don't want furniture in here. We'll just say no to all of them. Later on I'll get one set up for the stoneworker's place. Same here. I want to set this up just to be for stone. And we'll make sure he's got a wheelbarrow. But we'll make a wheelbarrow here just in case. Just so I've got enough of them going around. And let's set up the administration area. We need 2 offices. Set this area up as where we're going to store all our stone products. So furniture, whatever. Custom. So we want furniture of stone and clay, all. And then we'll take out other materials. None. And we don't want metal. And that's a good setup there. It's cleared. Striking loads of gems. Now we've got the office ready. If you've never played before, we're obviously going to need to set up this up with a table and chair each. You can build chairs either in the woodworker or you can build them in the stoneworker's workshop. Now, when they're in this stoneworker's workshop, chairs are actually called thrones. And we'll make 2 of those quickly. Add new task. Who says? So we'll make 2 thrones, and we need 2 tables as well. So then they can get to work, and then we can basically set up the manager, and we can also set up the bookkeeper. Now the manager allows you to place work orders if you didn't already know, which means you can basically automate this, which we'll do in a minute. And the bookkeeper, that helps with the numbers at the top here, basically say how much you've got of each product. Now this is only an average because you don't have a bookkeeper. And depending on your bookkeeper's skills, this will be a more accurate figure. So you'll watch that change in a minute. Now he's going to work. He's making us our first table. He's using microline. So I've got microline throne. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set these up so only the best people actually make this stuff. So that way the quality of the stuff's going to be better. So we need this guy. We're going to do Kivish. He's an adequate stone carver. So from now on, it's only going to be him making stuff here. And that is Kivish making a table for me. All right, so I've got my 2 chairs, those are all my tables. So we'll set those up. Table. Put the chair on. You click this here, and that way when you want to build another one, it keeps this menu open. So you go straight in there and you can place another one. So they're both there. And in a minute, you'll have a table for me. We'll just throwing those in. All right, now we'll set these as offices. And then we can get some stuff organised. I want to set these jobs, so nobles, administrators don't want to see this. So the manager is going to be Toulon. And the bookkeeper is going to be Ndusim. That's them sorted. So we'll give these offices that we've created This one can be Toulon. And this one can be Doosim. So get to work, start doing some work. Oh, he can't get to work, he's got no table yet. Then we'll get our figures will update up here. There we go, we've got 46 food and drink. So now we can get some orders going. So what we need to create, we're going to have to create a load of bins and stuff. We're going to have to create a load of work orders. So bins are something we're going to need loads of. So make wooden bins, and if we have, we'll put in a work order. So if you have less than, we'll say 5 bins, then, well, I'll say if you've got less than 3 bins, I'll say maybe 5. I don't want to do that many. And we'll throw another one in for barrels as well, because we're going to need loads of barrels. Barrels I'm going to make a lot of, because I just seem to go through them like a nut. Say if you've got less than 10, make 10, that'll do, that's fine. And we'll also get him making some beds. I'll say make 5 if you got less than 10 or something like that. Less than 5. Make 5 if you got less than 5. And over here, we're going to have to get the bedrooms sorted. So here we're going to we're chucking a work order for cabinets. So make rock cabinet, and we'll say make 5 if you got less than 5. One thing that annoys me about this is obviously cabinets are for storing the stuff, so the dwarves can store all their own stuff, which, you know, they accumulate a lot of junk, especially if you start making clothes. The fortress just becomes full of old clothes. There's just bits of clothes everywhere. That's something they need to sort out. Animals going to be able to say the stray cat. That's one thing we've got to do. I forgot. We'll have to set a pasture up out here. We'll just chuck them. We'll tell them to hang out just over here, and then later on we'll have to get them inside. I think that another one that gets me is whenever new people come, they bring their own animals. Because I didn't realise at first when they bring their own animals, I'd always have animals starving to death just randomly in my fortress, and I'm like, why is there a dead donkey? Why do I have a dead donkey just in this meeting room down here? And it's because you're not putting them out of pasture, because when they come in, they just go to the meeting area, so like donkeys and horses will hang out here, and then just randomly starve to death throughout the game. It's like... Okay, so my little man's over here, doing nothing. And let's go down to my bedroom level. Where's my bedroom level? For the bedroom area, I want to make it all sort of engraved for them, just to make it a bit nicer, so they feel a bit better. And I'm also going to set up another set of bedrooms. We'll do those pretty much the same design, but we'll do it just over here. We'll set that up like that for the other bedrooms. Meanwhile, these guys are making furniture, so we've got beds kicking out over here. Pink cabinets, not my choice. I like making everything out of jade if you can get jade, but I haven't got any jade. Later on I can pimp it out. Alright, I want to get the sheriff set up as well, and I want the hammerer set up. Because I've been trying to get it done as quick as I can, because I want to get involved in the justice system to watch, you know, they start smashing dwarfs to bits and stuff like that, and then you get people start stealing stuff. Well, when people start stealing stuff, it just like adds to the sort of flavour a bit. So we'll get a sheriff set up, and we'll make a little dungeon as well pretty quick. Right. Oh, we've got some dwarfs come in. So we've got some migrants. So made my rock cabinets. Let's see who we've got. Here's one of them. So, competent hammer dwarf, competent bow dwarf. Right, okay, so he's good. He can be our first sort of military dude. And where's the other ones? Oh, we've got a few over here. We've got over here. Another one there. So, no official position. Just can't really do anything. So, oh, she's 9 years old. I'll let her off. Yeah, adequate level worker, adequate gelder. I'm not planning on gelding anyone at the moment, but you know, when we have to cut some balls off, well, this is our man. The competent spear dwarf. Right. We've got down here. Legendary level worker, adequate brewer. He's a decent one. And who are you over there? He's a bit of everything, isn't he? Animal detector, brewer, soaper, presser. And another, these are all good, decent sort of soldier dwarfs. Okay, that's good to know. Right, so we've got a ball chopper and a load of soldiers, so we're good to go. They're still working on the bedroom. I'm not sure why no one's smoothing this yet. Well, everyone does it, so I'm not sure why they're not doing it. The new guys are in, straight down. Oh, that's it. Get to work, my man. Right, so that's ready. So we'll get that all done as well, smoothed off, and then we'll get them in there engraving the walls. Planning another workshop here, but I'm not sure what to put here. What I want to do, I need to get a mechanic shop up and running. Now that's not really going to need that much because basically he's going to be taking the rocks from here and that's it. We'll chuck, I suppose we'll chuck him in over here. You're not too far away from there. If you're a bit OCD and you like symmetry, you don't want to be watching this video because I just randomly chuck stuff wherever I want it and then worry about the effects afterwards. I can probably sort it out later. Right, let's get some over here. That's quite cool. That sardonyx cluster, blues. I like the colours. Yeah, we'll start putting some bedrooms, furniture into the bedrooms down here. We'll also chuck the cabinets in. I like the way that's turned out. That's really cool. That. Look at that. Smooth sardonyx cluster walls. What's in there? Smooth bloodstone clusters. Right, so over here, I'm going to throw a mechanic shop. So what I want to do, I want to fit a drawbridge in here. I'll make that a microline again, so everything's blue. Now this will be for the depot. That's where I'll put my depot in there. So I'm going to have to start growing some plump helmets and pigtails. So I'm going to go up to about this level here, and hopefully I can find dirt in here somewhere. Alright, so I'm hoping if I dig these out, it's going to be mud underneath here. There's the entrance over there. It's quite cool. You see the dwarves running in and out and going down and under. Loamy sand there, so I'm hoping this is going to be loamy sand. What I'll actually do, I'm going to cancel this then, and I'll go this way because that appears to be where the dirt is over here. I need 2 patches big enough to put pigtails on and bloodstone, but I'm not getting very lucky here. This will be alright for one. Guessing under here is going to be stone as well, so I'm just going to work with this bit. But this will do for what we want. For the moment, I'm not going to worry about the pigtails. I'll just grow plump helmets in here. We'll set this up all year round plump helmets. And I'm only going to allow the actual people that are skilled at planting in here to do this. Because apparently, I've not tested it, but apparently they get a better yield. So we'll just let this guy do it because he's the only proficient planter I've got. If we get more later, we can add more to it. And we'll set this up as our plump helmet storage area. Over here, we'll throw in the trade depot. We'll make that microline as well. But here, we want to throw in our our drawbridge, so we can shut this off if we need to. Right, we'll need to put a lever for it as well. So let's do, I don't know. It's going to be our lever room. Okay, so we want to link this lever to our drawbridge. Inaccessible mechanism. Or if I have to do this, normally I have to dig a piece out on the side. I've made a load of mechanisms. This linked? Oh, it is linked already. Being an idiot. Okay, so that's linked. So we can pull the lever and it should work. I'll test it now, so I don't need to test it later. And there you go, sealed in. Nice. Alright, the bedrooms are looking good, but I've made one mistake. I've forgotten to engrave the floor, because if I engrave the floor after, it will miss the points where all the beds are. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all this furniture out, which is annoying as hell, which I do every time. And then I'm going to put the furniture back in again. So I'll be back. I'm going to end the first one at that. I've already got another video, probably another 30 minutes worth of gameplay just ahead of this. nothing really much has happened, but it's more sort of planning out the initial sort of fortress. If you're still watching, leave me a sort of like and subscribe because it really helps. And if I'm doing anything wrong, let me know, because honestly, I don't really have much of a clue with Dwarf Fortress. I know some stuff, and I think I know some stuff, but there's probably loads of stuff I'm doing wrong. So if I am, point it out in the comments for me.